One Word Digital Television, the only online television in the USA that unlocks your potential 100% with the Word of God and building faith through an informative, educative, and entertaining gospel programs hosted by well-groomed servants of God. We are all over social media sites on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter as One Word Television. Please subscribe, like, and share, and for us for more. One Word Television, unlocking your potential 100%.
Haya basi, mpenzi mtazamaji wa One Word Television na msikilizaji wetu wa One Word Miracle Radio, ni adhuhuri nyingine tena, ikiwa ni saa 7:12 ambapo nimeona ni vizuri niweze kuingia katika studio zetu kama ilivyo desturi yetu, ili tukazungumza na wewe mawili matatu, na ninajua kuna neno ambalo unaweza kupata kutoka kwangu ambalo linaweza kukuinua kutoka mahali ulipo and take you to the next level. And as I always tell you, we unlock your potential 100%. Tutakwambia yale hautayasikia kutoka kwa watu wengine. We will try to provoke that energy, that untapped energy and strength that is in you. And we want to tell you that yes, you can do it. We want to tell you yes, you are special. We want to tell you yes, you are important. We want to tell you yes, keep going, because Mungu ana mpango mwema juu yako. Nilisema wakati mwingine, as long as you are able to wake up every day, ulikuwa umelala, ukaamuka, ukiwa mzima, ukajitayarisha, ukachukua kiamsha kinywa na ukaweza kuanza shughuli zako za kujenga taifa, Mungu kuna jambo ambalo anataka, kuna wajibu fulani ambao anataka utekeleze ungali hai, kwa sababu wale ambao wamekufa hawana assignment zao hapa duniani, zimefika mwisho. Lakini mimi na wewe tuna nafasi ya kufanya hivyo, na tutaendelea kufanya hivyo pasipo kuchoka, pasipo kugive up, hata iwe namna gani, inyeshe mvua ama inyeshe mawe. Tuko hapa ili tuweze kutiana nguvu mmoja na mwingine. One Word Television tuko hapa kila siku, na tutazidi kuwajulisha kwamba tumehamia katika makao yetu makuu kabisa, mahali ambapo Mungu ametupanulia, kutupa studio kubwa na ofisi zingine, na pia mahali pa kufunzia wanafunzi, kwa sababu ni sababu bali na mambo haya ya kiroho, kuna kazi nyingine nyingi ambazo tunafanya kila siku ili kuweza kuinuana. Na siku ya leo nataka tuongee mambo setting a standard. You know, this life, there is what we call ordinary life. Kuna yale mambo watu wanafanya, mambo ya kawaida tu ambayo wanafanya. Kama ni kuamka mapema, kuna watu wanaamka mapema. Kama ni kuchapa double, wale ambao wako katika economy system ambayo inafanya 24/7, pia kuna watu ambao wanafanya double, wanachapa triple, ama wanafanya 4 shift. Lakini cha muhimu ni kwamba even having working like that, you can still set your standard. You do not have to work for 4 shift or 3 shift. All you just need to do ni kujipanga, na utaweza kurealize more than even someone who is doing more is achieving. Na kwa hivyo, without doing that, you have to set a standard. You know, looking at the story of David, wakati aliteuliwa kuwa mfalme wa wana Israeli, he was told one time to go and check how their brothers were doing in the field. Na kaelekea, na ukumbuke Daudi alikuwa tuka kijana kadogo, and he had 6 brothers who were serving in the army, people who were experienced, people who had fought so many battles with King Saul. But when David's time came and he was anointed the king of Israel, so this one time he goes to check his brothers. This time actually he had not been appointed or anointed to become a king of Israel. And by the time he went, I want to tell you, he went, he found their brothers, and one of the brothers asked them, akamuuliza kwamba wewe na wewe umekuja umeacha kondoo wako, those little sheep of your fathers, zikiwa na nani? You know, there are people who are so much used to the kind of life that you live. Kuna watu wanakujua ni Jenga ama ni Archbishop ama ni huyo anakuanga hivi na vile na vile. There are people who get used to that. But let me tell you, when you have set your standard, you choose what to do and not what to do. When you change your standard, you choose what fights to fight and what not to fight. When you choose the standard, it is a time to do things different. You cannot continue doing what everyone else is doing and you call that a standard. You have to set a certain standard, and you know what, this is my mark, this is my mark, and this is the far I can go. When you establish that, that is what we are calling a standard. And I want to say this, that creatures are called creatures because for a reason. And that is true. You cannot sustain a functional, a happy relationship if yourself you are not happy. So point number one, setting a standard, is yourself establishing happiness for yourself. Happiness, I would call it's a little bit lighter, but because it is as a result of happening. But when you choose to be happy, when you choose your own happiness, you cannot make someone else happy if yourself you are not happy. And that happiness goes together with the peace. And peace is your power. And power can be taken away from you. How can it be taken away? It can be taken away when you choose to respond to that angry shop attendant who has not responded you in a kind words. It can be taken away when you choose to be drawn into environment of people who are not happy. So when you choose happiness, you also choose peace, because peace, and this is the peace that comes from God, because there are many peace that come, there are many sources of peace. Let's say, for example, when you have money, you are happy. When you have a healthy relationship, you are happy. When your business is doing well, you are happy. When your boss is happy about your performance at work, you are happy. But let me tell you, you got to set a standard in the way of doing things. You have to chase a standard and say, you know what, I do things different. I don't want to do things because everyone is doing whatever they are doing. But one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to set my own standard. I'm going to choose my peace that comes with that, and I'm going to do things different. So if you accept to set that, the second thing you're going to do, you are going to accept and respect yourself. A lot of time when you talk about acceptance, I did not choose to be born a Kikuyu. I did not call myself to become an archbishop. The indications and the things and the events that have happened into my life is a clear indication that God called me as his servant. That is the indication of the events of where I am coming from. I did not choose myself. And therefore what I do is to accept myself that is who I am. I'm an archbishop. I'm a servant of God. I've been called to preach the gospel. I've been called to empower people. I've been called to walk with people, to lift to those people who are lowly. And the way I've done that is, first of all, accepting myself. I accept myself with my strength. I accept myself with my weaknesses. I accept myself with my flaws. I accept myself with the energy and the potential that is in me. That is me. So you have, first of all, to accept yourself and also respect yourself. So before you command or you request or you tell other people to respect you, you have first of all to respect yourself. I respect my body. I respect the way I dress. I respect the way I do my things. I appreciate the brain and the energy that God has given to me. Those are the things that I accept in my life, and that is the path that I've chosen to walk into fearlessly. One Word Television, we unlock your potential 100%. And if you do not do that, then you cannot go and you cannot achieve anything that you want to achieve in your life, and we want to encourage you to continue subscribing to our YouTube channel, One Word TV, and also you can follow us, you can like us on our Facebook page, One Word TV, na utabarikiwa sana.
One Word Digital Television, the only online television in the USA that unlocks your potential 100% with the Word of God and building faith through an informative, educative, and entertaining gospel programs hosted by well-groomed servants of God. We are all over social media sites on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter as One Word Television. Please subscribe, like, and share, and for us for more. One Word Television, unlocking your potential 100%.
So I've said number one, you must accept yourself, you must respect yourself, you must choose happiness. You must choose happiness. And number four, what I want to say is that don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself. Don't try to rediscover the things both you and your partner once loved about you. You must know that you have a confidence within you. So confidence is often what attracts a person to us. So if somebody loves your confidence, will be attracted to me. So you're not trying to, it's not something that you're trying to build. It is not something that you're trying to add into your life or to your quality. No. So when you lose that light within of confidence, you believe that you are who you are. You are not trying to be the other person. The other person is not trying to be you. That is a standard. Keep your standard. There are many people, when you get into a relation, whether it is work relationship, whether it is business relationship, whether it is love relationship, they want you to be them. But one thing and one fact that we forget is that we all have been created with our own abilities. We have been created with our own ability. There are things that I can do that you cannot do. There are things that you can do that I cannot do. And when we honor the strengths, the components of our confidence in each one of us, that is what makes us successful. That is what makes us to complement each other instead of establishing a competitive environment. Because many people, what they try to do, they want to try, even at workplace, sometimes people try to compete. They try to compete in doing their task. And this produces a very hostile environment. But if one would recognize that I got my own way of doing things, and you have your own way of doing things, you will walk towards your line, I walk towards my line, and will complete each other. The production will be tripled or doubled or increased because we can honor. And then the other thing, it provides a room for us to improve each other, to make ourselves grow each other, to make ourselves progress into the right direction that can arise a mass reproduction. And then point number 5, we be realistic. Being realistic is to face it, that we are not perfect. A lot of time today, and we can see this even in the church and even to other people, we see people, they are trying, they are working so much, to hide under the masks of wearing suit or wearing robes or wearing, that good faces on Sunday. But when it comes to Monday through Friday or Saturday, we are different people. God wants us to be a different people who can create a difference. People who can make a difference in their life. That is what God wants us to do. God wants us to be able to do things in the right way. God wants us to move in the right direction, in improving the world, in improving the gospel, in walking the talk. That is what God wants us to do. So it's good to know that we are not perfect. And I've said myself, and being an Archbishop, I'm a man. I'm a human being. I make mistakes many times. There are many times I feel weak. but I know the grace of God is sufficient for me, and it is made perfect. When that time I'm feeling weak, the grace of God is being made perfect in my weakness. The power of God is resting upon my life. That is what makes me going. So we need to have that mentality that we can make mistake at some point, that things sometimes do not go the way we want, that sometimes things they will not turn around the way we expected. But I want to tell you, there is God in heaven who perfects his power through our weaknesses. And the last point that I want to talk about is to know that you put it into work. God was a hard worker. The Bible tells us that God created the world in 6 days. Monday, God was at work. Tuesday, God was at work. Wednesday, God was at work. You know, if we don't wake up and go to work, then things are not going to improve into our lives. We'll live a life of begging. We'll live a life of hopelessness. But God wants us to work. When you work, God rewards the work of our hands. The Bible says that God will reward the work of our hands. David was saying that God has trained my hands to make profit. God has trained my hands to make profit. So whatever you set to do, I want you to know that God is in it. When Joseph got into work, God got into it. The widow of Sarab, when she took an action and went and prepared the bread for Elijah, that was an action. God was in that. When the Shunammite woman went and closed behind the door and started pouring that oil, God was in it. Let me tell you, as long as you put it to work, whatever you're going to do, God is in it. And that is the standard. Standard means that sometimes people who are of lower standard, they will try to pull you into their environment, to their low standard. And that is why you have to draw the line and know that this is the far I can go. A friend of mine tells me that a pig loves to play in water. Nguruwe inapenda sana kuchezea kwenye matope. Now, if you're not a pig, and I'm not insulting anyone, but I'm not saying if you're not a pig and then the pig pulls you into the mud, who's gonna be dirty? It's you. Therefore, choosing a standard is a way of saying, you know what? This is my line. This is the far I can go with this. This is the far that I cannot close. This is the far that I cannot go. When you choose a standard, in other words, that is a mark of honor. I was talking to someone in the morning, and I was telling my students that when you look at the leaders, let's say a president, when the president is coming to a meeting, let's say the president was coming to my school. Now, he will not come and start arranging the chairs with us. No. He will not come and start knowing whether the cups or the coffee and everything else is ready. No, he doesn't do that. What he does, he has a very streamlined communication. The people who organizes the meeting, they make sure everything is set and is in order. And then when the president will be coming in, he will be coming in at his slot where he's supposed to let's say to give an address. He'll come direct to the podium, and he will come and give out his speech, and once he's done, the personal assistant takes his tablet or his documents and walks out immediately. I want you to differentiate between pride and standard. Those are two different things, because a lot of people, they get confused. There is a difference between setting standard and pride. Pride is whereby when you see your life has improved a little bit, now you no longer want to talk to the people that you used to talk to, or you never want to associate yourself with the people you used to associate with, or you do not want to be seen walking with this. That is pride. And I want you to get me very clearly. I'm not talking about pride. I'm talking about the standard. I'm talking about the way of doing things. I'm setting about how you want to do your things to achieve your goal. When you have set your standard, you are inviting God and telling him, this is my standard. Back to David's story as I conclude this show, I want to say this. David would have faced his brother Abel, but you know Abel really tried to provoke David. And there are many times that people, they will try to provoke you so that they can pull you to their small levels. But you can refuse to fall to sink into their small levels and establish your own standard as your own path to walk into. Now, if David fighting Eliab was not a big deal. Remember, David was when he was in the bush. There's one time he killed a lion. Another time he killed a bear with bare hands. You can imagine, as young as he was. So to me, I tend to think that it was not a big deal, David dealing with Abel. But he had an important fight ahead of him. What was the important fight? The important fight was David facing Goliath, because there was prize in it. There was a prize of being given a daughter of a king to marry as a wife. That was the first prize. The second prize was living in king's palace. The third prize was being exempted from paying taxes. Now, that was the important fight. That was the David standard. These other quarreling with brothers and sisters and relatives and all that was not important. There are some things that we pursue that are not important. They do not add value to us. We want to follow things that will add value. We want to add things that are going to take us to the next level. We can only achieve that by setting a standard. When you have set a standard, you know where you're going. When you have set the standard, you know where you're heading to. So, and I want to say this, David pursued his goal. The only way that you can be able to achieve your goal is through setting standard and working through them and establishing a path that you want to walk into. When you have done that, I want to assure you that you're going to go very far. One Word Digital Media, we unlock your potential 100%. And I want to believe that God will continue to help you to set a standard. And I know it's just a matter of like a few months and then we have year 2023. I pray that you will start preparing yourself. The path that you want to walk into. You start preparing yourself for the journey that you want to walk into. This involves a lot of things. If it is environment, change the environment. If it is friendship, set the standard for the people that you want to associate yourself with. If it is the business, write down your plan and establish and start working through it. Start inviting God. Start praying God for that what you want to do. And God is going to help you. One Word Television, we unlock your potential 100%. Continue tuning to us and we will continue bringing you these programs every day so that we can empower you. Please visit our Facebook page and you follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel, One Word TV, and we'll continue bringing this program so that they can be able to empower you and move you to the next level, because our God has given us an opportunity to continue serving Him. One Word Television, we unlock your potential 100%. I'm Most Reverend Archbishop Dr. Stephen Jenga, One Word Digital Media.
One Word Digital Television, the only online television in the USA that unlocks your potential 100% with the Word of God and building faith through an informative, educative, and entertaining gospel programs hosted by well-groomed servants of God. We are all over social media sites on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter as One Word Television. Please subscribe, like, and share, and for us for more. One Word Television, unlocking your potential 100%.